Okay. Take two. I can see scenarios, anecdotes happening in my dream. Something like scuba diving, parasailing. These are things I enjoy. I get thrilled with that. I like rock climbing, river crossing, and everything. I am a former Mumbai player for.
I will go for a trekking very often.
Hi, my name is Aman Verma. I work in the digital accessibility team.
My name is Jyoti. I'm working at Enable India as an associate manager.
We are here to answer some questions related to disabilities that might be floating on the internet and some questions that would have come to us in our personal lives. Yeah.
Can a blind person cry?
Yes, yes. Why not? Yes, we do have emotional feelings. So whenever feel something, yes, both.
Aman, do you cry?
Definitely.
When was the last time you guys cried?
Maybe
Okay,
yesterday.
Can a blind person imagine colors?
Being a middle blind, I can say yes. I can make out some colors like white, blue, red, yellow. These colors I can make out.
Yeah. Being a person with low vision, I can identify the difference between colors and be like, okay, this thing is blue, this thing looks like the sky or looks like the water.
What can a blind person see?
I feel it falls within a spectrum. Like if I give my personal example, I can see things around me. I can see the color of things. I can see my phone screen. I can see my laptop screen. If there are people around me, I can see them. I can identify who it is if they are decently nearby to me. I can identify the gender or the person's posture from far away.
I feel like for me it's easy to imagine or visualize the things, not necessary to have everything in a tactile manner, because hence I have seen the world earlier, right? I can just visualize it, whatever you say.
How can a blind person read a book?
I can rely on magnifying software or magnifying devices. Otherwise, at times I rely on audiobooks as well.
I prefer to use a screen reader to read a book, and there are many other apps also available and different formats these days we are getting, like it can be audio, it can be braille. There are a lot of other formats are available. Screen reader means like whatever the non-disabled person can see on the screen. So using a screen reader, it will read out to us whatever it is displaying on the screen. So this screen reader, it's not only for reading a book, because with the help of screen reader, we are working on a laptop and using mobile, all of that day-to-day life, whatever we need, right? Yes, attend meetings, scheduling meeting, and on social media posting, all of that we can do with this.
How can a blind person use a smartphone?
Yeah. So being a person with low vision, I have options like a zoom or magnifying software. Other than that, if at times the content is very small or not very easy to read, I may rely on screen reader softwares as well.
How can a blind person communicate with a deaf person?
Okay, so I usually will write on their palm. It's a tactile based one.
So it can be something like a text to speech or speech to text software. Like they can type it out and it will read out for me, and vice versa. I can speak it out and it will type for them, and they can read it and understand what I wanted to say.
How can a blind person watch TV?
Okay, so I like the question because many times people asked me like how visually impaired can enjoy the movie, right? Because we have an option called audio description, right? So it is available on Netflix and other apps as well. And there is an Excel cinemas, right? With the help of that, we can watch and enjoy the movie, because whatever is happening on the screen, same thing will be displaying as in a voice.
Being a person with low vision, I can make out few of the scenes that are going on the screen. But even at times, to understand the expressions, the basic gestures, or a very fast pacing movie, I also rely on audio description.
How can a blind person count money?
Yes, so whenever I have a money to identify, so just I will open an app on my mobile phone with the voiceover. Then when I place that note to the camera, it will read out what is the currency, whether 100 rupees, 200 rupees.
Being a person with low vision, I can rely on my vision to a certain extent to identify the difference between notes and coins. The 100 rupee, 200 rupee, 500 rupee note have different color. So I can quickly see that and distinguish, okay, this is a different note. Other than that, if I have to read coins, which are very difficult to read, I rely on something like what Jyoti mentioned, a money app, or there is another app called Seeing AI. So Seeing AI is a app by Microsoft. It again works the same. Other than that, it has many other features wherein if I have a physical document with me, it can read it out for me. If I have a scenario around me, I am sitting in a room and I want to know what is around me, it can just look at it. Based on AI, it will give me, okay, there is a chair here, there is a table here, and everything. It basically gives an audio description of my surrounding, audio description of the document I may have with me, audio description of the currency I have with me and stuff.
What can a blind person do for fun?
So there are n number of possibilities for a person with vision impairment that they can do for fun. I am a former Mumbai player for visually impaired player for Mumbai. I have played cricket as a hobby and professionally as well. So in my life, I have done something like scuba diving, parasailing. These are things I enjoy. I get thrilled with that. I like rock climbing, river crossing, and everything.
What I do, I will go for a trekking very often with my family. And another thing, I love cooking. And also, there are some applications like on a mobile phone to read books, right? So that is called Pratilipe. And I do watch some videos on mobile phone.
What does a blind person see in their dreams?
I can see basic things, I can see scenarios, anecdotes happening in my dreams. At times, I may not be able to see the faces or remember the faces, but I can actually feel things happening around me. Feel things means activities are happening around me, with me, something like that. Yeah, like I can basically see faces, but at times, if in the dreams, it's a very fast pacing scene. So in that scenario, at times the faces would be blurred or something.
So I do get a dreams, but in that dream I can visualize the things what is happening, but I may not be able to identify the faces, but I can feel the person whomever I know.
Why do blind people wear dark glasses?
Being a person with low vision, I prefer not to harm my eyes with the UV rays, and it looks cool.
What can a blind person do for work?
So, being a person with disability, there are honestly n number of possibilities that a person can do if they get the right guidance and the opportunities. Like I personally am a person who works in the digital accessibility field for over 5 years now, and I know people, and I know that I am capable of doing things like being something into management, being in HR recruitment, and being a research analyst, a digital marketer, or many things like that.
Yes, blind person also can work, with the assistive solutions like screen reader and other stuff like with the help of cane they will be able to move around independently. And I feel like it's happening only because of the company, because it's completely changed compared to earlier days. There are many opportunities are coming for a visually impaired, and having a right mindset, right? So people are getting an opportunity, because I'm into a field where we are placing candidates into companies. So with that, yes, visual impaired also able to work in any sort of job, and where their accessibility taken care of it.
So I have a friend of mine. He was working as a graphic designer as a person with low vision. Now, graphic designing is something that requires your vision and too much of your vision, I would say. But he used Zoom and other softwares, and he was pretty good at his work.